Memphis is the home of the blues, rock and roll, and Earle Farrell.
From the Collierville Square to the mighty Mississippi, the Earle Farrell for Memphis show is all about good things that happen across the Bluff City and the people who make Memphis cool.
The Earle Farrell for Memphis show is made possible by our title sponsor, Southern Security Federal Credit Union.
By Dive Shop and Dive Ventures nationwide. Jim Harris Chevrolet with George Gully. For Memphis Magazine. The Live at the Garden concert series. And the Orpheum Theater Group Memphis. And by Mitch Wright Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning, family owned and operated for more than 40 years. And brought to you by High-Low Commercial Services. Thank you to all the sponsors for making this possible.
And now, coming to you from Lansky Brothers, Clothier to the King, inside the world-famous Peabody Hotel, with the heart of a cowboy and Memphis in his soul. Ladies and gentlemen, here's your host, Earle Farrell.
And thank you very much, and welcome to Lansky's at the Peabody. And joining me first today is my good friend Brett Batterson, president of the Orpheum Theater, in a lovely spring jacket, I might add, from Lansky's.
Thank you.
Welcome to the show. He's not the only important person in Memphis out and about today. We've got a picture of the president at Graceland. He came in today to talk about the forces he's sitting down there to help clean up Memphis, but he couldn't stay away from Graceland. So there he is at the front door. That's Jack Soden with him, and Jack's boss, the company that now owns Graceland out of California. And I'm not sure who the lady is. It looks like a Grammy Award she's got in her hand. But he did take a gold medal from one of the Olympic athletes, right? So he'd take Elvis's Grammy Award.
I'm not saying a word.
I'll take that. I'll put that in the Oval Office.
I'm just noticing he's not wearing a Lansky's jacket.
He is not. He is not. He needs to come by here on his way back to Air Force One.
That's right.
At any rate, we're here to talk about the new season coming up at the Orpheum Broadway season, but we want to talk about, you still have some shows left from this season.
Right. We have 2 shows left this season, Beauty and the Beast and Six, both well-known shows, much loved by Memphis. And then this summer, we're bringing Suffs for the first time. So we've got 3 shows.
Suffs. So what is that short for?
Suffragettes.
Suffragettes.
Yeah. Yeah. Now, my wife would make sure want me to make sure I got this correct, and I'm not going to, so I'm not going to say it. But there's actually suffragettes and suffrages.
I knew suffrages,
yeah,
which is about the women's vote, right?
Well, both are. Both are. But one is British and one is American, and it was 2 different theories of how to get the vote for women.
See, I always thought it was about when the women took away the right to drink from us. Well, that's what I thought.
Let's talk about Trump's Lansky jacket.
I tell you what, let's talk about the Broadway season.
There we go.
There we go. And which is good. You had the big announcement just the other night, and Kathy was there, and everybody loved it. The very first one I've been familiar with since I was a little kid, Clue.
Clue, the board game made into a Broadway show. It's funny. It's got mystery. They solve, I think, 6 different crimes throughout the night. And people love it. It's selling tickets everywhere.
Do they have all the characters? Colonel Mustard?
Colonel Mustard
wow.
with the lead pipe in the drawing room and all of that.
I used to love to play Clue. We'd spend hours at it. You know, now kids, I don't think they know what Clue is, do they?
I have no idea. But I don't have any kids that young, so I don't know.
Well, they probably don't because they're all hooked up to their iPad or whatever. But I'm really looking forward to that because it is like subsequent years they started saying it had murder mystery parties.
Right.
And that was all about Clue.
It all came from Clue, absolutely, yes.
And then the next one comes Monty Python's Spamalot, which has nothing to do with Camelot. Is that correct?
Well, it's a little bit of a play on Camelot, actually. It's the King Arthur story imagined by Monty Python. It's based on the Monty Python movie, the Holy Grail, Monty Python and the Holy Grail.
Yeah.
So Camelot is in there, but not in the way you know it.
Yes. Which Monty Python was like anything we knew before Monty Python.
And this came out in 2005. We're bringing it back for the revival.
It says it's unfair to make us laugh this much.
That's right.
And really great writing never gets tiring.
No, it's very fun. And that's one of the shows the Orpheum won a Tony Award for. It's a co-producer. So we're proud of that one.
How does that happen, Brad? I mean, did they come to you? Y'all have actually created some shows.
Yeah, so we are co-producers on a number of Broadway shows with partner theaters throughout the country called the Independent Presenters Network. It's a group of independent Broadway presenters. We represent about 40 markets around the country, and we pool our resources to help co-produce shows. And then, lo and behold, the Orpheum's won 5 Tonys doing it.
Wow.
So we're pretty happy. The last one was for Kimberly Akimbo.
So what you're saying is you go out to the theaters, really strong theaters in the country, and you use your muscle to get in there and get your shows put on Broadway.
Well, what we're doing actually is I hate to say it this way, we're buying credibility in New York so that the producers give us the shows.
Ah.
So, for example, we were the first Tennessee theater to have Hamilton, and that was all based on relationships.
Because of what you'd done with them in the
Because of
past.
what we've done, yeah.
But, don't you think that theaters like the Orpheum contribute greatly to the numbers of people that go to New York and go see Broadway shows?
Oh, sure. It's actually true that more people see Broadway shows that are touring around the country than see them in New York every year.
Wow.
The audience is bigger for touring Broadway than New York Broadway.
Well, and let's face it, you go to a theater that looks like the Orpheum, it's actually better than a lot of the Broadway theaters in New York.
Oh, much better. Oh, much better. Yeah, the bathroom situation is greatly improved.
But the thing is that people think if it's in New York, it's got to be better than Memphis, and that's just like the Peabody. I mean, you think all hotels everywhere in big cities are better than Orpheum, and they're just not.
Yeah, well, I don't know any hotels that are better than the Orpheum.
And so true. And so true. Get nothing by you, do it.
No, and I'm not going to let you slip up and get away with it.
Well, neither does Kathy. So, I've got plenty of people looking out for me. That's going to be October 27th through November 1st. And we didn't say that Clue is September 15th through the 20th of this coming fall.
That's right.
And then moving forward, The Great Gatsby.
Oh, man, it's beautiful. It is so over the top visually. It's one of the most spectacular things I've seen visually on Broadway. And it's a great production.
It is so amazing what the productions now do on stage.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just like the movie Back to the Future. What they did on stage with that car.
Yeah.
I mean, I was sitting there going, this should actually win some kind of a production award because it was fabulous.
Well, I'm glad to hear you say that. But it was even better on Broadway.
Wow.
At the end, when the car goes up and spins, on Broadway, it came out over the audience.
Oh, wow.
And then it spun this way. It was incredible.
I just remember the ride they had at Disney World, and that was a virtual reality ride, and you felt like you were flying that thing. I just kept looking at it going, what are they doing? How do they do this?
Yeah.
But that is one of the great things about what they're doing now on stage.
Yeah.
You can really do anything they used to do in movies. Up next, it would be...
your girlfriend.
Betty Boop.
Yeah, your girlfriend.
I always liked her. Never saw anybody that looked like her, though. A short little girl with kind of curly hair. But is it based on the cartoon?
Well, it's the character. The character of Betty Boop. The story is that she is a black and white silent film actress, which is what she first, I guess, was, or what she became. But the story in this case is that she is a black and white silent film actress who is suddenly thrust into the world of color and finds out that the whole world's not black and white.
See, I thought they put her in the cartoons to get the dads to take kids to the movies.
Yeah,
so you get to see Betty Boop in the cartoon.
That's it.
That's going to be January 26th to the 31st, and I'm looking forward to that one. Take me back to my youth. And then this is something that's near and dear to all of us here. Alicia Keys' music in Hell's Kitchen.
Yeah, this is a great show. It's loosely based on Alicia Keys' life story. Features all the songs of hers you know and love, plus some new ones. And it's just a great piece of theater.
See, I was thinking, if they were to do music to my life, you kind of wonder what kind of music they would use.
Well, it'd have to be country.
Or a death dirge.
I was thinking more like Willie Nelson or something.
Well,
like that.
or George Strait. All my exes are in Texas.
Yeah.
That
Well, there you go.
So that's going to be her music, but not her. She's not in this. This is just her music and about her story.
Yeah.
Because we were talking to people that are going to see Robert Plant, and we were talking about the Orpheum, and that's one reason you were coming today, in Hell's Kitchen and Alicia Keys. And they said, she could be in it. I said, no, we would not sell you tickets on the fact that she's in it. And then Harry Potter and the Cursed Child, one of the most magical theatrical experiences of all time.
Yep, it's a new story based on the characters again of J.K. Rowling's, and it's the heroes actually are Harry's son and Hermione. I believe that's how you say it.
I wouldn't try to say it.
Her son.
Yes.
Their children are the heroes. Yeah.
So this doesn't have anything really to do with Harry. It's
well, no, Harry's in it. No, Harry's in it. You know, Harry has now become like the grand poobah of the wizarding world.
She is amazing, what she created with Harry Potter. That is probably never be surpassed.
Well, and that's a non-musical, as is Clue. We have 2 non-musicals coming up this year, which is rare for us. Usually we do all musicals, so it's a little bit different.
But I like those because I can't sing. I mean, everybody else wants to sit around and sing show tunes, but I can't.
I'm with you.
I can sit around and go, I like that line where he says, I can remember the lines. And that one is going to be June 29th through July 4th of 2027. Can't believe we're talking about 2027.
I know.
And then Operation Mincemeat.
Yep.
Which I've been told that was going to be me many times by my father. Says it's not just the best musical I've seen, it's the most rewarding theatrical experience I've ever had. That's according to Taffy Broaddresser, actor in New York Times. Huge, I mean, how do you top that comment?
Yeah, well, you got to trust Taffy.
Got to trust Taffy. Don't chew it, but trust him.
So, did you ever see this movie?
I did not.
This is an old movie. But this is a true story. It's a true story about how a group of MI5 agents, including Ian Fleming, tricked Hitler into believing a landing was going to be on a different island than it actually was, so that Hitler put all of his troops there, clearing the path for them to land
at Normandy. That's where it ended up happening, but
I don't remember exactly what I don't think it was a battle that was Normandy. It was something else.
Well, the invasion of Sicily.
Yeah, that was it.
Because my dad was there. He was also in the invasion of Normandy.
Yeah. Yeah, but this one's about the invasion of Sicily, yeah.
Because they told him that they came up, they were in North Africa, and they loaded them all on these barges. That he was a tank commander, and the little 3-horsepower, you could jump off, swim around, and get back on. That's how slow they were.
Right.
And they said, so we were the main invasion force? I said, no, you're a diversion. And he knew that on the front end. I said, and he said, we didn't have near the support or anything. He said, they pretty much figured we were all going to get killed.
Wow.
So they handed us out wristwatches and candy bars. That made it okay.
What would a dead person do with a wristwatch and a candy bar?
You want to use them first before you get there.
Oh, okay.
And then it's too late by the time they find out that this is your last wristwatch and candy bar.
Well, this is a true story, but it's told in a comedic fashion. It's very, very funny. 5 characters. 5 characters play all the characters in the show.
And the dead body?
And the dead body is just a rolled up carpet. But, yeah, we don't actually see the dead body.
They
on the
cheaped
stage.
out again.
Yeah, they cheaped out again. But it's a great piece of theater. That's the show that's probably the least known of all the shows we have in the season. But it's probably one of the best shows.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that as well. It is every year there are shows I go see at the Orpheum. And you always think you kind of know what they're going to be about, but I'm always surprised in one aspect or another of how much better it was. And I don't know, that's just me that I always say, this is probably not going to be that good. And then I get there and go, that was really pretty good.
Well, low expectations, high results. I mean,
that's what Kathy did with me. She said, well, it doesn't look like much now, but...
I was trying to figure out where to go with that, but you just took it over. That was fine.
It was a shoe-in, is what it was.
Yeah, you just knocked it out of the park.
Well, I'm very fortunate to be where I am, and I know it.
Yeah, we all are, believe me.
That's right. Veronica, yes.
Yeah,
you
lucky
pulled
man.
one off, too.
Yeah, I married up.
Yeah. So it's another great year, but still some more of this year. And the place to get tickets is contact
Orpheum-Memphis.com or Ticketmaster.com. Don't buy from any other websites.
Because you don't even know if they're real or not.
You don't know if they're real. You're going to overpay.
Yes, and you don't want to buy tickets from just anybody because occasionally you'll show up at the Orpheum and they go, this is not a real ticket.
No, it happens all too often, to be honest with you. It really does.
And everything, sports. I know people have been to the World Series. They get there, they bought tickets, and they don't make you good.
Yeah, they don't make you happy.
We talked about the ad. Yes.
SUFSA is actually a summer special. Right. So we have our season, and then we have add-ons that, in this case this year I think the add-on was 6. Was an add-on?
Yeah, 6, April 21st to 26th.
This is a summer special. We didn't announce this show. We just booked this show this year, and so just put it in as a summer special.
And 6 is the 6 Wives of Henry VIII. It's a remix of 500 years of historic heartbreak. Yeah, because he killed them all, right?
Well, he killed some, divorced some. That's what the story is. The story is they're arguing about who had a worse life. The ones who got beheaded, the ones that he divorced, the ones that he annulled. Who had it worse?
Yeah. Henry, what a guy.
Yeah.
So lots going on at the Orpheum Theater, and thank God it's gotten warmer, and except for today it's kind of cool, but we're getting into the really great time of year to eat downtown and stroll to the Orpheum Theater for a great show.
Absolutely.
And you could do that in your Lansky's jacket because you look so good in it.
It's not bad. It's not bad. It might be out of my price range, but it's not bad.
I know a guy.
Yeah.
Brett Batterson, always great seeing you, my friend.
Thanks for having me, Earl. Glad to be on the show.
We'll see you at the theater.
There we go.
All right, we got a couple of people that are good friends of mine as well coming on, Jani Lowery and Amy Speropoulos, if I could say that clearly. And we will laugh and inform right after the break with our sponsors. Stay with us.
Hi, this is Dawn Grader, President and CEO of Southern Security Federal Credit Union at our new headquarters here in Collierville, Tennessee, off by Hellier Road. We are the proud presenting sponsor of the Earle Farrell for Memphis show and are looking forward to a great 2026 where some of the shows will be hosted from our new headquarters location here in Collierville.
Hello, Memphis Mid-South. And first, I'd like to thank you for visiting with Earle Farrell Memphis today. And we want to support him just like you do. I'm George Gully, one of the sales managers at Jim Carey Chevrolet. We've been in business here in Memphis for over 75 years. I've been associated with the company for almost 25. And I'll help you find the right car, truck, or SUV here at not only our Chevy store, but also Buick, GMC, Nissan, Subaru. We can help you find that right car. Keep watching, Earl, and come see me. Thanks so much.
Hi, I'm Mitch Wright.
And I'm his son, Mickey.
And we're the owners of Mitch Wright Plumbing, Heating, and Air.
And proud sponsors of the Earle Farrell for Memphis show.
We're thankful to be part of the Memphis community. We've been in business for 42 years, taking care of people and loving the people of the Mid-South.
Hi, this is Randy Wright from the Dive Shop and Dive Ventures in Memphis. We've been in Memphis over 64 years teaching people to dive, snorkel, and swim. We'd love to have you come join us and have some fun. We're also a part of the Dive Ventures group with 18 locations across the country, stretched from Phoenix to Vienna, Virginia. Please give us a call. We'll be able to take care of you at 999 South Yates in Memphis or call us at 901-763-DIVE.
Hi, I'm Brett Batterson, President and CEO of the Orpheum Theater Group in downtown Memphis. We are so pleased with our partnership with the Earle Farrell Show and very happy that he is broadcasting live from Lansky's at the historic Peabody Hotel. We're all here to make Memphis better.
He doesn't sweat. He exudes cleanliness. He doesn't wear a hard hat. He wears a halo helmet of hygiene. He doesn't just clean up the mess. He makes it ashamed of itself. He once found a Cheeto from 2003 and gave it a proper burial. His mop water is filtered through the tears of sloppy contractors. He uses Purell the way priests use holy water. His laundry detergent has PTSD. He's banned from construction sites for making everyone else look filthy. His laundry folds itself out of respect. He was voted most likely to disinfect in high school. He showers before, after, and during showers. Even Mr. Clean calls him Sir. He carries wet wipes holstered like pistols. When he sneezes, the room becomes 99.9% pure. He is the cleanest man in the world.
I don't always drink, but when I do, I disinfect the glass first. Stay spotless, my friends.
And welcome back to the Lanskys, and my next two guests are good friends. They've been good friends for many years, one longer than the other because the other one was barely born when I met her.
Why, I hope that's me. Thank you so much.
We have Amy Speropoulos in her very colorful spring jacket from Lansky. Yeah,
I
that's
know.
incredible.
You know, I just ran into Hal at an event not too long ago, and I said, it's the stage and age in life where I need to get a Lansky's jacket.
It is.
And he said, come and see me. I said, well, guess what?
Here you are.
Here I am.
And you got something else new on. You're tattooed.
Yeah, yes, I'm so glad you brought that up.
Well,
I'm so glad he brought that up. You're so sweet.
Pull your sleeves back in. There it is.
I did do that.
Hold it to this camera over
Oh,
here.
okay. So when I turned a certain number, much older than Janie, I said, I'm going to do that, and I got my daughter's names tattooed on my arm. So Haley,
love that.
Isn't that sweet?
Yes.
Haley, Ashlyn, Kate, and Scotty Lee. Of course, you know, the kids are so sweet, but they're never happy. So Haley was like, why is just my name there? And I said, because that is your name. And she wanted her middle name. But, you know, that's 3 teenagers. You know that life.
They can never be satisfied.
No. It's
No.
'cause they weren't beaten regularly like I was growing up, but I was just happy not to be getting beaten.
Hello.
You know?
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And but Janie, you still are tattoo-less?
I'm still tattoo-less. For now.
Wait until
I know,
you're
that was
55.
not on the script at all, was it, Kat?
Yeah.
Now, and you're wearing a Lansky jacket. Show the inside.
That's beautiful.
The lining of the jacket. There's Elvis and Bernard, and that jacket's great. And you know that you can wear that with just about everything because it's obviously dark.
It's dark. It's the wedding.
It's the wedding the
jacket.
Elvis wear.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
That's beautiful.
I love it. Lansky's is so special. I mean, this is just a great place.
It is.
It is awesome.
Love doing this. I knew Amy because we covered news together for so many years.
I wish I knew you in those years.
Well, you were lucky to meet me anytime.
He was really great.
Actually,
he was great.
Janie came on the first time on my radio show with the Junior League, and I was expecting, a Junior League lady, very prim and proper, and sitting
Pearls and gloves.
Yes,
not me.
Yes.
We'll be meeting next Sunday
for tea.
And then Janie showed up, and we laughed for an hour.
I love that.
I don't think we ever got around talking about what the Junior League was up to.
I mean, we covered some subjects.
Yeah.
You know,
That's so
I
great,
think we
though.
did okay.
Yes. Yeah.
But,
And
you know,
so
I'm sure you
but
did
hey,
great.
we developed a great friendship,
We did.
and that's what counts.
In fact, I became your mentor of sorts.
Indeed.
I just kept saying,
yeah.
now here's what I did, but I don't advise doing it.
But it's all fun, which I'm really drawn to that. So,
Yes.
you know, like, really, I thought the scariest part was when he said, you remind me a lot of myself.
Yes.
Ooh.
Well, I did because I always was having fun.
Yeah.
And,
Well, it's all about fun.
And you couldn't be embarrassed as well
No.
as I can. I mean, all that's happened years ago.
Yeah.
And then
Correct.
they say, aren't you humiliated? Nah.
I love that.
This is the good stuff.
Yeah. And then
Yeah.
Amy and I would run into each other at murder scenes.
Right. At Dark 30.
And
Yeah.
so you had to have something to talk about that was fun because it certainly wasn't the story we were.
Indeed. Yeah, we were in all the places, Chelsea and Jackson and all the
But what about the Sleep Out Louie's? Apparently that was
yes. Oh my gosh, do you remember? That was the hangout.
I built it.
That's right. Of course you remember it.
Yeah.
You did that. I forgot. Thank you very much.
I wrote the story about Sleep Out Louie.
Yes, that's actually one of many places that my husband and I used to go to, and he would sit and watch me as I finished the evening news on WREG, and he knew as soon as it was 10:30 that he needed to get his rear end home.
Yeah, but then sometimes you said, I'll join you there.
Sometimes I did say that, yes. Oh, that was fun.
Yeah, it was a great place.
Wow.
And then since then, you've worked for, what, 2 other stations here in Memphis? Yeah. And then you're now with the Salvation Army, which is why you're here today.
Right, exactly. Yeah. I retired after 30 years in TV, and I felt like that was a pretty good run. And so God opened the door for me to go to the Salvation Army. And
which is an incredible organization.
It is a great organization. Yeah.
My father in World War II said that everybody talks about the Red Cross, but he said it was the Salvation Army. They didn't charge us for anything.
Right.
The cigarettes were free. The donuts were free. Not that what they gave them was good for them, but it was everybody was doing it. You know?
And did you know that that Donut Day is actually because of the Salvation Army?
I did not know that.
Yeah, isn't that cool?
Really?
It's the first weekend, the first Friday in June, and it's because the ladies on the front lines made these sweet treats for the soldiers because they wanted them to feel warmth and comfort, and they made them in the combat helmets.
Well, it reminded them of home.
They reminded them of home.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
and,
isn't that cool?
And so did the Lucky Strike cigarettes. And
I mean, it's just like giving people love, and reminding them, like you said, reminding them of the fact that there are people out there that love and care about them, and that's been the mission of the Salvation Army since day one.
Which, speaking of day one, that was 125
Can you
years
believe
ago.
that?
Yes.
I know, it's so funny because, like, when I go out and talk to people, they know the Salvation Army for the ringing of the bell.
Always.
But what they don't know is that they have been here in Memphis for 125 years. And all of the money we raise through ringing of the bell goes to fund our Purdue Center of Hope. And that's where we house 120 women and children, women who are allowed to stay with their children when, at a point in life where they have nothing. I mean, a lot of the women and the kids, really, I say this, but it is very true. The best case scenario, Earl, is when they check in, they live out of the car, but the more normal scenario is that when they check in, they are living on the streets.
Yeah, don't even have a car.
They have nothing.
In fact, I've been to the facility over there and toured and done stories over the years. And it is one of the few places that they can stay together, as you mentioned.
It's amazing.
That most of them, that you're separated, the children are taken over by child services.
Right.
And aren't even allowed to be with the mother. Not that she did anything.
Yeah.
It's just that's the way the state worked until Salvation Army said, hey, we have a place.
One of the young girls that's there, and she said, I just celebrated my 8th birthday, and and I was like, how was it? And she was like, Miss Amy, it was the best birthday I ever had.
Wow.
I'm with my mom.
Yeah.
Isn't that amazing?
I mean,
think that's
that makes
so
me
great
cry.
about the Army.
Well,
yeah.
And not only that, they help them get back on their feet, and they help them get back into society.
Yes. And get their own apartment.
Yeah.
And they teach them how to balance their checkbook.
The life skills they need.
Yes.
Yeah.
Something Janie
Can someone
look
help me?
into.
Yeah, I know. Sometimes I need help with life skills.
Now, but you're the advisory board.
I'm on the advisory board, yes. I love Salvation Army. It's another great organization that we have in Memphis. We have so many great organizations here, but I do feel like Salvation Army, like you were saying, is one of those anchoring organizations in Memphis that is consistently and solidly always doing the best thing for the right reason.
Now, a lot of people don't know this, but it is actually an army. I mean,
yes.
You have rank, and they wear uniforms.
Yeah,
they do.
They do. And this is
I don't have one yet. Do you have one?
No, I don't have one.
Yeah, you should.
No.
She
well,
should.
in my household.
I mean, I should be like,
you're so funny. You're so funny.
I think
you should.
I love their uniforms.
I always wanted to.
Yeah, well, it's actually very interesting. So it's a quasi-military structure. And so what their ranking really means is the amount of time that they've been with the Army. So we have, for instance, Major Cheryl and Tim Gillum, who are our Memphis area commanders. They've been with the Army for a certain amount of time, so that earned them the rank of major. We have lieutenants, we have officers, and also what that means is they actually go to seminary school. So they're not only officers with the
ministers.
Army, but they are ministers. So they are allowed to pray, and they are allowed to have church on Sundays for the men and women that come in our facilities. And we don't just help women, we help men at the Adult Rehabilitation Center, which is over off Kirby. And our third arm of the Army here in Memphis is the Kroc Center. And, you know, the Kroc Center is
Over by
actually
the fairgrounds.
That's exactly right.
Old fairgrounds.
Old fairgrounds. So the Kroc Center is unique because it's one of only 26 across the country. So, and they're celebrating a monumental event this year, excuse me, where they've been there a certain amount of years. So some people may remember when Ronald McDonald landed on the field outside of the Kroc, and because it's it's actually Joan Kroc is actually the
wife of the founder.
Correct.
Of
McDonald's.
And she donated the money.
Yeah.
You know, I actually gave Ronald McDonald a ride in my car back when
I don't doubt it.
I actually don't doubt that either.
Did you rob the costume off his back?
No.
I mean, I would have taken the costume for real.
We were going to the Ronald McDonald House, and we'd been making a personal appearance. I was working for Walker & Associates, and that was one of our clients.
Okay.
And we had to get him, and usually they have to put him in a van where they can't be seen, you know, because I don't want to see him.
because he's a huge deal.
And there's certain things you can't do. So they said, look, the van's late. We got to get him to the Ronald McDonald House. Can you take him in your car? I said, sure. So we're driving down Poplar, and people are pulling up and just going, it's Ronald McDonald.
Oh, my gosh. I love it.
I'm waving, too. Yeah, he's in my car.
You're like, he's famous, and I'm famous.
It was almost as good as when I drove the Oscar Mayer Wienermobile.
I knew that was coming.
Oh, my
I'm
gosh.
jealous, and I've always wanted to do that.
Yeah.
That's on my bucket list.
When you
too.
ever see that Wienermobile in town, call me.
It does. It comes about once a year.
I know.
And
I know.
I just remember I asked the guy, can we throw weenies out the window at the people that
And
we
he's
met?
like, no.
They told us no.
Yeah.
I said,
why?
Come on, man.
Jeez.
It's not like Mardi Gras throwing green beads down the...
It should be.
And they're soft.
It should be.
I mean, they hit you.
You're feeding the people.
That is true.
You're feeding the people.
Anybody want a weenie?
Hey.
Oh, wow. That's a cool fact. I didn't know that.
Yes. So, Janie, how do you operate in an advisory position? Do they go to a board meeting and you sit there and go, good idea?
I love that.
I mean, there's so many. Yeah, we are. I mean, everything that the Salvation Army does, I mean, they really do have a board that is overlooking it and make sure they're heading in the right direction and getting the approval and making sure they're spending their money wisely, which, like,
you're an expert at.
Yeah, I know how to spend money. So it is great in that sense. And so they are, someone is like, it's checks and balances, really.
Yeah,
so,
absolutely.
And coming up with ideas and, you know, things we can do to help raise money and
one of these ideas is actually thanks
While
to
we're here.
the advisory board, our 125th anniversary celebration. And we didn't really want to have like a dinner or a gala because we kind of felt like those things were sort of stale, you know.
Have just been done before.
Exactly.
Many times.
Yeah. So we wanted to have a musical event. I mean, we are a city with great musical rich history and heritage. And so Drew Holcomb is from Memphis, and his parents live here, Nancy and Hamp Holcomb. And so their daughter-in-law is Ellie Holcomb. So we thought, why not have a concert with her? And it's really a great time for her because they are touring, and she's just come out with a great children's book, which is amazing. And even more so than that, Earle, she's a believer. She loves Jesus. And that's what we are at the Salvation Army.
Part of the program.
Part of the program.
It's going to be Wednesday, is it the 8th?
April 8th.
April 8th.
At the Scheidt Center
The
at
Scheidt
the University
Center.
of Memphis, yeah.
Which I was just at. Kathy and I went to a performance of the Memphis Symphony and just a few weeks
Isn't that
ago.
a nice
Beautiful.
venue?
Beautiful.
It's such a
It
great
is a great venue.
It's going to be amazing.
And I think that is a very good point. I think if you had more people did that instead of doing golf tournaments or
Yeah.
a dinner, you know, actually
It's something
entertain.
everyone can enjoy. You can bring your kids.
And you
know,
really
it
come
really
away
is
with
nice.
something.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and that's the thing. We really want to. What we noticed several years ago is kind of going back to the beginning of the interview. While a lot of folks knew that we rang the bell, what a lot of folks don't know is that we do so many things here in Memphis.
All year long.
All year long, exactly. And this is one of those things that we do, you know. And what the proceeds from this event do is they help us to house those women and children at the Purdue Center of Hope, and not just house them, Earle, but provide 3 hot meals for them a day, provide full wraparound services for them to, as Janie and I mentioned, the financial literacy classes. We provide tutors for their kids in the afternoon to make sure that they are not only back in school, but they're succeeding in school. And they can stay at that center for up to 2 years free of charge.
So in that respect, it's like the St. Jude home.
That's exactly right.
Everybody comes there, it's all free.
Yeah.
Well, certainly vulnerable families, you know, and this is all over the country. Do you do this, or
So
just certain cities?
It's different. It looks the Salvation Army looks different in each city in which it operates. So at the Purdue Center of Hope, it was originally designed to be an emergency shelter for men and an emergency shelter for women. But Mayor Harrington, which you and I did stories with for many, many years, Mayor Harrington came in and said, you know what, I really think you should reconsider and have an emergency shelter for women and a shelter for women and children. And so because we mimic the needs of the community, we had contractors in that day changing everything. So in other words, if you go to Dallas, there may not be a center for women and children. They may have a center for children with special needs, or they may have a center for, you know, women who are in domestic violence situations. So that's where it's unique, but that's where we rely on events like this to help keep us funded. So.
Well, and it is. You're right. Every community has a different
specific needs.
And that need is certainly here. In fact, we used to come on people doing stories, and they say, "Where can we go get help?" Because if you go to the Union Mission, they separate them, and you have to pay so much a night.
That's right.
And so there was a need for it here.
Yeah, and you know, the whole reason that the Women's Foundation for Greater Memphis started was because we have the poorest zip code in the state of Tennessee, right here in Shelby County. And so that is another thing that the Salvation Army recognizes. You know, poverty is a problem in our city. And so several years ago, we changed the way we were looking at things, because we realized it was not just generational poverty, but it was generational homelessness. And so we needed to change our model to help women get out of that cycle. So in order to do that, you have to sort of, and I like to equate it like an onion. Breaking the cycles. You have to kind of peel back the layers and realize, where's that trauma coming from. So in other words, if I'm Amy and my daughter is Sammy, let's not repeat that cycle, because Sammy, if I'm a victim of domestic violence, Sammy has seen a lot of that.
And they think that's normal.
And they think that's normal. If we don't change the cycle and peel back the layers of where and how that trauma started and fix it. That's what we've got to do. We've got to stop putting a Band-Aid on it. We've got to fix it.
Totally change the direction.
That's
well, it's not unlike Alcoholics Anonymous.
That's
you
right.
have to stop all the things you did in your former life. Don't associate with those people.
Right.
Don't
That's
hang out in bars. And,
That's right. And you know, that's part of my story is I've been sober 12 years. So that's another reason that this was such a beautiful partnership, because long before I came to the Salvation Army, I really had that, rock bottom moment where I realized that, even though I wasn't living under the bridge, I was still a full functioning alcoholic. And so I started working with women and really started talking about, at the time on my show, I went very transparent, and started talking about my struggle with alcohol and how it can happen to everybody. And just because maybe you look good on the outside, doesn't necessarily mean you're
Everything's
good.
peachy.
That's right.
Well, and congratulations on that.
Thank you. To God be the glory. To God be the glory. Yeah.
This is, once again, it's going to be Wednesday, 4/8/26 at the Scheidt Center on the University of Memphis
And
campus.
get tickets. Get
And
tickets.
where do you get the tickets? That's my next question.
SalvationArmyMemphis.org.
All right. And,
Janie got her tickets.
Easy peasy.
Easy
in
peasy.
fact, Janie probably has a trunk full of them, and she'll be
She's amazing.
outside the Peabody.
And we're
this
so
afternoon.
grateful.
We'll be going. I'll be handing them out. I've got
Yes,
That's
that's
why
right.
she's on the
She's got
board.
the hookup.
Yes.
some for you. Yeah. That's right.
No doubt about that. And then if you want to help support the Salvation Army, because I know you do projects all the time. This is
We
just
do.
this particular project.
Yeah, we do. So we have every other Monday. We have a great partnership with FedEx. In fact, they're one of our sponsors, Rob
Yes.
Ray and his team at FedEx. So every Monday we go out into the community and we feed people in the community. So the FedEx mobile canteen is one way that folks can get involved with us, volunteering, and another way, we have our women's auxiliary, and they actually do Mother's
They're
Day.
amazing. And they really go out and do the work. I mean, they're hands-on.
Oh,
They
they're
really are.
incredible.
They're incredible.
Yeah, they do all sorts of, like last year they had a little Mother's Day tea for our moms at the Purdue Center of Hope.
I
And
thought I was invited to that, as a matter of fact.
oh, that's you.
No.
You just never know what he's going to
No,
say.
you know,
To support your
No,
wife?
no.
Were you invited to that to support
Which-
Kathy?
That was
No.
another function.
I was
I can
just-
promise you it wasn't at
Funny.
that house.
He is so funny. He was invited to the Father's Day too.
Yes,
That's
yes,
what it was.
That's what it was.
You were hilarious.
Yes. Ask
The
Kathy.
same old rascal.
I love it.
Well, you see why I like hanging around both of them, so it's
I know.
been fun. Thank you for coming on, both
Oh,
of
thank
you.
We
you.
loved it. It was
you
so
were
much
awesome,
fun.
Earl.
Well, y'all are great in a Lansky's jacket. You should consider adding that to your
Yeah.
portfolio.
Oh, absolutely.
No doubt. Yes.
Absolutely.
The wedding jacket, especially.
This is fun.
Janie Lowery and Amy Speropoulos,
Thank
thank
you
you
so
so much for coming
much.
on.
you.
Thank you.
Y'all keep up the hard work. I know Janie will. She's a workaholic. I mean,
She's amazing.
Work. That's what I love.
Well, you can't beat that, so we're going to quit. And thank you for watching today, and please join us the next time.